Hey, this is old Uncle Mark in the mothership, 3-string cigar box guitar. This is the part 2 of the Foxy Lady lesson, and this lesson is just for you bottleneck people. You can have a fretless guitar. You can play this totally on fretless. Or you can have a fretted guitar and you can play it with the bottleneck only. So I'm not going to be fretting any strings. I'm going to just use the bottleneck for this song, and that's how I play it. When I do this song live, I play it this way. So I hope you watched my other video of the chords in it. It's E. And E, we know, we can see the dots, right? There's 2 dots. That means it's a G. So I just back off. G, F sharp, F, E. Okay, we know this is the G. We want to be up here too at some point. There's also a G open and the A. And those are our chords. So E, G, or G, A, or A. And G starts over, right? So G, G sharp, A, B flat, there's the dot, right? B, there's no dot, you're in between. This is going to be important later. So look there and just kind of look at your guitar and start learning the spaces. Learning the spaces. Playing bottleneck is learning about spaces. Also, when you play your bottleneck, you're not going to be in the center. You're going to be up on the fret. Okay, so if you're playing an E, you have to be, you can see this right here, you're on the fret, and I tend to be a little bit beyond, just a touch. So if that was exactly center, I want to be just a little bit above it. And it's just kind of the way a round object works on a flat plane. I don't want to get into all the technical things of this, but you want to be a little sharp rather than a little flat. Sharp means a little higher in pitch rather than a little low. If you're going to air and you're going to mess up high, don't mess up low. And when I mean low in, the sound, not high in pitch, low, okay? So low is this way, high is that way, okay? So you want to be kind of on it, and we're going to use all 3 strings for our chords. The only time we're going to use 2 is when we do this little thing. And you're going to bring the slide all the way up. You're just going to play these 2 notes, that D and the G. So E, and then lock in. So when you're down here and you're playing these individual notes, you're not flat on the guitar. You're cocked a little bit towards your body. What that does is it takes away this D and that G, and it allows you to capture these notes without hitting these guys. You don't want to be flat. You want to be cocked. Just like if you were just going to play your first string, you want to be cocked a little bit away from the fretboard, okay? If you're going to play all 3 or the middle string, you want to be in the center, but you want to be a little bit cocked out, okay? So you're on E. And then you're going to put it to the side a little bit, right? You're this way, okay? You can see my hand actually focuses this way. And you don't have to be flat, because all you have to be is on 1 string. So you can be kind of angled any way you like, as long as you're on it. You don't have to be this way all the time, right? You can kind of, if you're playing single notes, you can be anywhere you want. This machine can work at all angles as long as that point, that exact curve at that exact point hits the spot you want to be on the fret. I teach a lot of 6-string slide guitar, and that's one of the hardest concepts to learn, is that you don't have to be flat. You can use the slide, and that's an inside trick that I want to impart to you. The inside trick is you can use your slide like so, as long as you're not hitting the fretboard or the frets. And if you have a fretless, you don't even have to worry about that. You're just riding up the wood. So practice this individual note thing. Okay? So it's E, G, A, B flat. And I tend to put my finger behind the slide and just lightly touch the string. That's another trick that mutes a little bit, and it tends to take some of the noise away from playing slide. So it's just a little trick that your finger's working, you know? So when you're here, you're going to have to come up really quick. So it's good to put that finger down and mute all these strings. Right? So you're here. You're either hopping or muting or sliding this finger, not the slide. Okay? So get used to hitting this one note right there. And then coming up. Foxy. You know you are cute little lovemaker. Foxy. E. I'm gonna take you home. Open G. A. E. I won't do you no harm. A. E. Got to be all mine. G, A. Foxy Lady. Now get used to these. Okay? Really nice effect. It's a really nice effect. And then, remember in the other lesson, we were going to this B up here. So G to B. Well, what I want you to do with the slide is start on A, which is here. I'm gonna telegraph this out and show you what you want to do. You want to slide up. And remember, since we're on this first string, we're not flat, we're canted a little bit, because you're using, I'm gonna put my guitar down, and I want to show you kind of what I mean. So we're going to be here. I want you to be like this, right? So you're going to come up and go. You're not flat. You're a little bit canted, okay? Just like you were on this bass string, you're canted this way. So practice that. So pretend your fretboard is like a violin, and it actually has curvature. So pretend that you have to do this to get that note, and you have to do this to get this note. And I'm exaggerating, but I want you to get that idea, because that's what is important. So you're here. Okay, to get this wiggle, right? I just got my hand against the back of the neck. I got my slide down and I just wiggle my hand this way, right? So it's just like wiggling. It's not fancy vibrato. It's not something that takes months and months and years to learn. You're just wiggling your hand. And in the beginning of this song, it starts out that way, where it's... G up here. A. G. A. Okay, so I want you to be able to play Foxy Lady on the slide because it's very cool, and this is how I play it. So when I play this live, when you see me playing Foxy Lady live, I just use the bottleneck. Use whatever slide you have. I've got other slides down here somewhere. There it is. There's one of them. Here's a little stubby. You can put it on your second finger. You can do the same thing. Right? You can do it. I'm doing it with my second finger. You can do it with any finger you want. You can do it with any slide you want. Doesn't matter. It's all cool. This is Uncle Mark from the Mothership. 3-string cigar box guitar. Bottleneck lesson for Foxy Lady Jimi. Of course, it's Jimmy. And lots of Jimmy songs are in E, so you better get used to this being right here. So I do have a donate link down below. It's a PayPal. .me/Uncle Mark Tips. I thank you so much for your donations, your subscriptions. You guys are just too much. Guys and gals, thank you so much for everything you do for me. The sharing on social media, that's really important. Thank you for doing that. And this is Uncle Mark from the Mothership. Thank you so much. You're what makes this happen. We'll see you.